Hey Reject Nation, how's it going? We're going to do another episode for you guys of Trailers Revisited. And today we're going to do the movie Get Out. I figured why we would do Get Out is because the movie, The Quiet Ones, that was called? Quiet Place? Quiet Ones?
Oh.
Being Quiet is coming out on Friday.
STFU.
And I thought it was fascinating how this movie is getting amazing reviews. And it's from John Krasinski, who comes from a background that's mainly known to delve a lot more into comedy.
And war movies with Michael Bay.
yeah, that too. But we all know him as the dude from The Office, and now he's got this like awesome horror movie out. And then Jordan Peele, who is known for comedy, now has the Get Out movie.
I see what you did there.
Yeah, exactly. Instead of just watching the final trailer for thought we'd do this one instead.
Yeah.
But as a heads up, when we first did a trailer reaction to this, it got blocked right away. So I don't know if we could feature the whole trailer, but this videos are not about the reaction to the trailer. It's more about the analysis part, you know, where we talk about if it's spoilerific, if it captures the tone. This is more of a discussion video anyway. So we might have to skip through some of the reaction part of revisiting this trailer, but I haven't seen this trailer since before I watched the movie, so it's been a long time. But hey, let's check it out, John. You ready?
I'm more than ready.
You got your toothbrush?
Yeah.
Do you have your deodorant?
Yeah.
What?
Do they know I'm black?
Should they?
You might wanna, you know.
Mom and Dad, my black boyfriend will be coming up this weekend. I just don't want you to be shocked that he's a black man.
I ain't never seen you like this before, bro. Don't come back all bougie, man. Come back and get your damn pants up to your damn stomach.
Whoa. That's right. Wow.
So you guys coming up from the city?
He wasn't driving.
I didn't ask who was driving. I asked to see his ID.
Call me Dean if you're hungry, my man.
So how long has this been going on, this thing?
That laugh is perfect.
And Walter, I couldn't bear to let him go.
Get out, Joe.
Do you smoke in front of my daughter?
I'm gonna quit.
She'd take care of that for you.
How?
Hypnosis.
I'm good at you.
I'm back in B.
So look, I go do my research. Apparently, a whole bunch of brothers been missing in this suburb.
Good to see no brother around here.
Wow, this is a good chunk of the movie right here.
Oh, yeah.
Yo.
Sorry, man.
Get out! Yo! Rose, the keys. Just get the keys.
I don't know where they are.
Rose?
Sink into the floor.
Wait.
Sink.
Ooh, still get chills.
Yeah.
Wow, they're totally fucking
There's too many white people. I get nervous.
Ah.
No.
No. Ah!
It's a terrible thing to waste.
That's a fascinating trailer.
Yeah, right?
It's fascinating because, boy, is it a spoiler-filled trailer, yet it doesn't spoil the movie.
It's like
simultaneously.
They use a whole lot of revealing footage, but assembled in an order where you don't leave going, oh, I know exactly what order all this goes in. And there's something about the immediacy of the pacing of this trailer that, yeah, by the time you're done, you're mostly left, or for me, I'm mostly left with just like the tone and the impact.
Although I do remember certain things that when we were watching the movie, like when the brother, when he's gonna hit him in the head, because I'm like, oh yeah, I remember the trailer showed that piece of footage.
Yeah.
And so I remembered that, oh, he's gonna break out of that. But I think when I first saw this trailer, it looked like that was all part of his long hypnosis scene.
Yeah.
When he was like sinking to the floor, because the way they edit the trailer is like he sinks into the floor and he's back and he's already tied up.
Yeah.
So it looks like that's all part of his hypnosis process. But when I was watching the movie, I was like, oh, okay, so he's gonna break out of here.
Yeah.
He's gonna beat the brother over the head and stuff. The thing is, Caleb Landry Jones does come back. He you think he's dead, but then he comes back and he attacks. And so I'm like, okay, it's not that big of a spoiler.
I remember the first time they really touched the hypnosis element, it completely caught me by surprise because they so effortlessly start to blend in that that repetitive sound and stuff. It's really easy in the movie to forget about some of these moments because of how gradually and how subtly they're introduced over time.
What this trailer really does reveal is, one way you could argue is it's the plot of the movie. Clearly these white people are up to something and they want Daniel Kaluuya's character for something. The other part is they kind of show you a lot of how the first half will play out.
They basically give you the Cliff's Notes version of the first half of the movie.
Yeah, all the way up until Lakeith Stanfield says get out. After that, it's kind of a mishmash of, I don't really know exactly when these events will take place.
Just a hodgepodge of the WTF moments.
The thing that the trailer also ruined for me when I was watching the movie was what would happen with Georgina. Because as the movie is going, I remembered, oh yeah, doesn't Georgina like scream at him in the car and then they crash?
Yeah.
There's outcomes they don't give away in this trailer. Like, what do they really want with Chris? What's the ultimate plan? What happens with Georgina and the grandpa? Also with Rose, it's kind of misleading here because it still looks, it makes it look like Rose is probably still on her side. His side.
Rose, the keys. Just get the keys.
I don't know where they are.
Rose?
Of all things to not give away, I'm pleased they didn't spoil that.
Because there's even a quick snippet moment here. It's super, like, 0.5 seconds. Maybe less than that.
Yeah.
I'm having a hard time finding it right now. Where you see Rose holding a shotgun. It doesn't say
register
as, oh, she's bad too.
Evil.
I'm kind of surprised that, like, this is essentially like 2/3 of the movie that they play out for you, other than how exactly does this all unfold and what is the overall outcome of it. The one thing that I wish this trailer didn't include was Little Rel saying, been doing research on this group, and apparently a lot of black people go missing. I'm like, that's too much to reveal in the trailer right there.
I wish they had held that one.
Because knowing that piece of information when I was watching the movie just kept making me wait for more of the bigger reveal to keep coming, because I was aware that, oh, this is a town where black people go missing and these white people have something to do with it. It puts me less out of Chris's shoes when I'm aware of a plot reveal point to come.
You know that there's a certain context that's gonna pop up, and it takes at least some of the mysterious build-up out of the first half of the movie if you have that detail in your mind. And that sense of what is going on is like a huge selling point for so many horror movies, and it's a great way to get people into a thriller like this. The mystery, finding out what the context is.
They don't ruin why they're kidnapping so many black people. They don't ruin that, but they ruin that they're doing that.
Yeah, exactly. It doesn't ruin the movie, but it would have been nice to maybe leave that a mystery, the greater implications a mystery.
I mean, the great thing about Get Out is that it's such a gripping movie.
And it's got so many facets.
It's all, and it's so about the details. That's why I'm saying this is a fascinating trailer, because it's so spoilerific, yet it doesn't spoil the movie. Rarely can you say that about a trailer. Normally you're like, that trailer ruins the whole movie.
They pulled from a lot,
they did
and
something unique here.
And I remember that first time we watched it, like, it still surprised me a ton of times. It still had me completely pulled in. I think that's the thing, is when you're drawing spoilerific moments for your trailer, sometimes just the order you put them in and the rapidity at which you fire them at us can make the difference between us walking away from a trailer going, well, now I just saw the movie, versus I really want to see where all that goes, you know?
And when those moments occur. And if you're pulled in enough to a movie, you'll forget about upcoming scenes. Or moments where you're like, oh, wait a minute, wasn't this scene in the trailer? Oh, that's probably going to come later then.
Yeah, mysteries that don't get to be 100% mysteries anymore. But otherwise, I mean, you know, at least in terms of communicating the tone and, you know, the kind of two halves of a movie you're going to get, it's pretty on point for that.
It's pretty on point, and that's the most important quality to it. I think it's a really good trailer. I think it's a great trailer. Yeah. I mean, the trailer fucking sold the shit out of this movie.
Yeah. Yes, it did. Yeah, buddy.
Trailer plus the word of mouth. Oh yeah, man. This one did good.
Even that first jump scare is like perfectly timed. I forgot they included that deer moment, and that made me jump this time.
Come back and get your damn pants up to your damn stomach.
Whoa.
Well, yeah, because when you're watching the movie, it does feel like you're watching some, other than the prologue setup of Lakeith Stanfield getting kidnapped, they do have this tone and vibe of, oh, just, you know, a couple gonna go meet the parents.
Going out for the weekend at the countryside, you know.
Guess who's coming home to dinner?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, cool.
Hell yeah.
Spoilerific trailer that doesn't spoil the movie. What a weird-ass thing to witness. All right, guys, well, what other trailers do you guys recommend for Trailers Revisited? We love doing this segment because it's a really fascinating analysis to sometimes do, so really appreciate if you guys leave some recommendations down below. You can subscribe and become a part of the Reject Nation, people.
Do it.
Click that notification bell, por favor, and And you can check us out on our Patreon. Become a Patreon eject today. Full-length TV show reactions, weekly Q&As. Would love to have you be a member of our society.
Yeah. Join us. Join us.
No. I mean, yes. Yes.
Yes.